Why don't you just produce the kids?
The court is going to reduce bail. I'm going to reduce bail to the amount of $1 million.
Tonight on the CBS 5 News at 10, the mother of two missing kids who used to live in the Valley gets a break on bail. As you just heard there, a judge in Idaho reduced her bond from $5 million to $1 million.
And all of this now means that she could potentially get out of jail tonight. This investigation reaches far and wide. Multiple family members either missing or dead. From here in the Valley to the islands of Hawaii, and now tonight back to Idaho. And that is where we find our chief investigative reporter, Morgan Lowe, who's been following this story since it broke. Morgan.
Brandon and Chris, Lori Vallow is still in the Madison County Jail right now, but she may not be for long. The judge reduced the bail today, and that means she could get out of there as early as tonight or even this weekend. Lori Vallow walked into a silent courtroom dressed in jail stripes. Her husband, Chad Daybell, seated in the crowded gallery.
Lori is presumed innocent as she stands before the court today.
You watch from here?
Outside the courthouse, groups of young people huddled together and watched this true crime play out on their cell phones.
My roommates were all talking about the case, and I thought I'd come check it out.
Ribbons and posters showed this group was here to support Tylee and JJ, Vallow's missing children.
One of the girls I spoke with actually knew Tylee.
Inside the courthouse, all this attention took center stage.
It is clear that the government just needed to find a charge that would fit in this case because of all of the media attention surrounding this matter.
The defense took aim at the media circus. Prosecutors brought up Vallow's connection to deaths and disappearances.
There are literally 3 active investigations of suspicious deaths that she is related to, and I want to be clear, Your Honor, we're not saying she's been charged in those.
When the legal wrangling ended, the judge reduced Vallow's bail from $5 million to $1 million.
$5 million is a lot of money for the type of charges that Ms. Vallow's facing.
Rexburg criminal defense attorney Josh Garner told us the judge had to focus on the actual charges, not on suspicion.
Right now, what the public needs to understand is that Ms. Vallow isn't charged with murder.
After the hearing, Lori Vallow's son Colby said he hasn't spoken to his mother in months, but intends to soon.
My whole plan is to visit with her. I want to see her. I want to get in front of her. Obviously, she's my mom, and I'm very concerned about my siblings. So.
He said he'll ask the same question everyone is asking. And when we spotted Chad Daybell trying to sneak out of the back of the courthouse, I asked as well.
Chad, why don't you just produce the kids?
Chad, where are the kids, Chad?
Chad, this could be taken care of very easily.
And Chad Daybell did not respond to those questions. If his wife does post bond this evening or this weekend, she will be required to wear an ankle bracelet and her travel will be restricted. She will not be allowed to leave more than 4 counties in this part of Idaho. Brandon and Chris, back to you guys.
Well, Morgan, after what you saw today, is there any indication that she is going to say anything about where her kids are?
There's no indication she or Chad are going to talk about this. However, we heard from Colby Ryan today, her son. He wants to know where his brother and sister are. He said he is going to track down his mom and talk to her. And her former husband's sister and her husband also want to confront her and ask her. So maybe she will talk to her family, but she has not given any indication that she will help authorities or speak to authorities about the whereabouts of those kids.
You know, Morgan, this has now become such a big national story. Even Dr. Phil is spending so much time on this. What's going to happen next? When is Lori Vallow due back inside of that courtroom?
Okay, if she remains in custody, it's 14 days from now. If she's out of custody, if she posts bond, it'll be 21 days from now. And that next hearing is going to be really interesting. It's going to be a preliminary hearing, and that is when prosecutors are going to have to lay out their case. They're going to have to explain what evidence they have that she is guilty of the crime she's being accused of, and that is child abandonment and lying to authorities.
And that is our chief investigative reporter, Morgan Lowe, reporting live tonight from Idaho. Morgan, as always, thank you.